Hello and welcome to the programme, which today comes from Morocco, a country that provides an intriguing blend of peace, tranquility and exotic adventure. If you're thinking of investing in a property here, stick with me as I find out what Morocco has to offer. We're in the hotspots along the northeast coast between Tangiers and Tetuan.
Sun, sand and sea.
We'll be hooking up with some expats to find out what life is like here.
You're made to feel very, very welcome here.
Taking a look at some stunning property. And Richard Orford will be finding out what you can do when the sun goes down. The Kingdom of Morocco is on the north tip of Africa. It has a huge coastline stretching from the Atlantic to the Mediterranean. So why are so many people choosing to buy property here? I'm going to chat with one of the area's top property experts to find out. About Morocco as opposed to other parts of the Mediterranean, maybe?
Well, I think in common with the other countries in the Mediterranean, Morocco, the Mediterranean coast of Morocco has what everybody's looking for. They're looking for the winter sunshine, the sand and the sea and all that goes with it. However, on top of that, you've also got the whole mysticism that surrounds Morocco in terms of all the history, plus the whole subcontinent of Africa behind you, which you can go and explore at a drop of a hat.
And is it still affordable to invest here? Very
much affordable, very desirable, very, very good quality products. You won't see anything here above 4 stories high. There's limitations on the density of the build. It's a remarkably green area, which surprised an awful lot of people when they come here. They expect it to be really desolate and sandy and desert-like. However, it's very, very, very lush. Most people who I've ever met who've come here for the first time have been really, really, really surprised.
For someone who is new to the property market in Morocco and they want to purchase, how easy is it to do that in regards to mortgages and paperwork, etc.?
You'll get 70% of the value of the title deed in Morocco. That means only 70%. Forget about bank valuations or anything like that. It is simply down to what is written on the title deed. It goes without saying that it's very, very important that the property that you're buying is 100% declared. It's a trap that some people have fallen into in the past, insofar as they think they're buying a property for X amount, and however, the value that's on the title deed doesn't add up to be that. So that's something you should be very, very careful of.
For someone who's thinking Morocco's the place for them, what should they look out for?
Things I would say along the lines of make sure that your lawyer can absolutely establish land ownership, i.e. that the developer is in fact the owner of the land that he is selling. Secondly, that there's a bank guarantee in place that if you are buying off plan, that if anything were to go wrong, that your monies are safe. Very, very, very important.
If someone's looking for an investment, is location quite an important thing?
Yeah, I think it's the world over. It's location, location, location. Here, where we are right now, we're in Almina. We're about 2 minutes away from Marina Smear, which is, for whatever reason, marinas tend to attract value and capital appreciation and desirability from a resale perspective. Location, obviously, on the beach is very, very, very important. Once the beach is gone, you're going to have to go inland. And if you ask, 90 people what their ideal property would be, they will always tell you sun, sand and sea. It's the same the world over.
So what do you see as the long-term prospects for Morocco in regards to property?
As a property market, Morocco is very much at its infancy. However, the most enlightening thing about it is they're doing everything at the right pace. They're building the infrastructure, they're building the airports, they're building the roads, the rail network. They're being very, very modest in their expectations. They're not building high-rise, they're not building properties that are on top of one another. All the amenities are going in. There's very, very strict regulations with regards to developments that they have to have hotels, restaurants, bars, everything in place. So it's not going to become ever a concrete jungle. So when this area is finished, aesthetically, it will be very, very, very pleasing.
If you've been to Port Banús, then this may look familiar. Although it's modelled on the famous Spanish port, Marina Smear is far less built up and perfect for a relaxing stroll in the sunshine. Morocco has a very moderate climate. The average winter temperature in the north is a very pleasing 18 degrees. One expat who's taken the plunge here is Paul Campy. Paul, how did you end up in Morocco?
Well, I live in Spain, or initially lived in Spain. I came over here for my job, purely for the weekend, to be honest with you, and found it to be a nice place to be, and decided to keep on working here and got another property over here.
How about lifestyle? What do you do now that you never did back in the UK?
Well, you know, obviously everything changes for you when you come abroad. I mean, the Mediterranean lifestyle is very different to that of the UK, whether that be going out sailing or whether that be, you know, eating outdoor late at night and going to bars and mixing with the locals. It's very different. You're made to feel very, very welcome here. You know, you can go somewhere where nobody will know you, but you're made very, very welcome. In the UK, obviously, you know, you go into a place where no one knows you, tend to be stared at. Here, although I stand out, they don't do that to me, and I find it very comforting.
You mentioned that you were originally in Spain and came here for work. Would you ever consider bringing your family over here to live permanently in Morocco?
I would at some point, yeah. At the moment, my son is settled into Spanish school, and that's important that I leave him there for his education. But certainly, as time goes on, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't bring my family here.
Because Morocco is a north point of Africa, many people think that it's isolated, and once you're here, you can't go anywhere else. Is that true?
No, that's not the case at all. I mean, there's ferries a day, lots and lots of ferries from the Spanish mainland. They take 35 minutes to come across. And as well as that, you've got the helicopters which go direct into Malaga. It's 30 minutes over, so you can be shopping in Marbella within an hour of leaving here. In addition to that, you know, there's various other routes that are going to come online. The budget carriers are coming into the place, so it's very, very accessible.
As a British expat living here, how are the locals with you?
The locals are fine. I mean, I go away for 5, 6, 7 days back to Spain, and everybody tends to know who you are here. And it's a nice thing. It's not like a goldfish bowl type scenario. When I come back, I'm made very, very welcome. I've been kissed and hugged, and coffee coming my way from the local coffee shop, and they're always very pleased to see me.
Do you socialise with the Moroccans? Do you integrate, or do you tend to stick with Brits?
No, we mix, absolutely. I mean, if you want to see the real culture of Morocco, then you go where the Moroccans are. It's not the sort of environment where, you know, you keep yourself to yourself. Everybody's made very welcome and everyone mixes.
If you had to sell Morocco to someone, what would you say was so special about this place?
Well, the climate and the beaches speak for themselves. You know, the accessibility to Europe is very, very close. And you can have such a different culture to that of Europe, you know, very, very quickly. You can, if you want European lifestyle, you can cross the border in no time at all. But when you come here, although it's European influence in the northern regions, you don't have to go very far to see the real culture. So it's somewhere very, very different. It's also somewhere that's not become ridiculously built up. Some of the costers have learned from that mistake. In Morocco, you know, they tend to look after their area. The people have a lot of respect. Everything is clean. It's just a nice place to be.
So, Paul, what does the future hold for you in Morocco?
Well, at the moment, I'm very content here, and I'm happy to stay. Who knows? I mean, in the future, pastures new may come along, and I may move on. But as far as I'm concerned, at the moment, I'm very happy, and I don't intend to go anywhere.
After sampling Morocco's nightlife, Richard Orford needs some TLC. Well, the only way to really fully detox is thalassotherapy. That's something to do with green slime.
To kick it all off, I'm going to have myself a water massage bath. Basically, for $280, which is roughly 14 quid, I get to sit in one of these and have lots of tiny underwater jets massage me all over. It's relaxing, it's revitalising. Yes, it's quite pleasant, but most of all, it helps you to... One way to wake yourself up is by a revitalizing jet effusion shower. It massages the skin, it improves your resistance to stress, and it also stimulates the peripheral circulatory system. But it's also flipping freezing. And finally, an algae wrap, or seaweed therapy. As the name suggests, they cover you with a film of warm seaweed. The benefits? Well, apparently it rejuvenates you, it revitalizes you, and remineralizes you, whatever that means. Basically, it makes you look like a cross between the Green Giant and the Incredible Hulk. It makes you smell like a Japanese fishmonger after a particularly busy day, but it does make you feel like $1 million. $1 million, that is, for just 210 dirham, which is roughly 12 quid. Ka-ching. A dip in the pool, followed by another mint tea. They do like their mint tea in Morocco, don't they? Minty. That's my batteries recharged. It's time for another night on the town. Coming down.
We're going to take a quick break now, but in a few minutes I'll be talking to some expats who've already taken the plunge. See you then. Welcome back to the programme. Today we're in Morocco, a country which is seeing a big increase in the number of people investing in property here. Marina Smer is a first-class marina and resort that's only 30 kilometres from Tangiers Airport. It sits on top of some of the finest beaches in Morocco. It's also become a haven for visiting yachtsmen and tourists alike. Mohammed, so where are we now? Is this the Medina?
No, this is the souk. This is souk. After we go to the Medina. That means this is the souk where the people they come to shopping to buy fruit, vegetable, fish, meat, chicken, everything. Just the life, the things what they need for every day. And then after we take you to the Medina.
And is this the real Morocco?
This is really Morocco. We are now in Morocco. That's where they look the tourists what they want. They want to see what is the souk or the Medina. There we are now in the Medina.
So now we can buy the local produce, we can buy the Moroccan furniture.
Yeah, they can buy here Moroccan local vegetable, fish, fruit, meat, fish, everything. In the morning we have one price.